Confucius. Confucius named Zhou and styled Zhongni, a great thinker and educator in the late spring and autumn period, and the founder of Confucianism. Confucius instructed more than 3,000 disciples, and some were from poor families. Confucius gradually changed the tradition that only nobilities had the right to receive education. In his later years, Confucius compiled many literary works of ancient times, including the Book of Songs, the Book of Documents, and the Book of Changes. His sayings and behaviors were compiled in the Analects of Confucius by his disciples. His ideology has been absorbed and carried, composing the essential part of Chinese traditional ideology. It was also spreading to the border regions and areas, building up a circle of culture of Confucianism. UNESCO labeled him one of the 10 cultural celebrities. 4 books and the 5 classics, and Confucianism. 4 books are the preliminary material to learn Confucianism. There are the Analects of Confucius, Measures, the Great Learning, and the Doctrine of the Mean. Measures recorded the political thoughts of Master Meng Ke. He was another prominent figure of Confucianism. The Great Learning and the Doctrine of the Mean are 2 chapters from the corpus of the Records of Rites on the rules of propriety and ceremonial usages. Five classics refer to 5 ancient classics: the Book of Changes, the Book of Documents, the Book of Song, the Records of Rites, and the Spring and Autumn Annals. In the dynasties of Ming and Qing, sentences from 4 books and 5 classics were the basis for the imperial examination. They became the most important textbooks for scholars of the time. The Confucian thought became the guideline of behavior. Lao Tzu, Zhuangzi, and Taoism lived in the later years of the Spring and Autumn period. Lao Tzu was the founder of Taoism. His family name was Li, and given name was His masterpiece Tao Te Ching, with only about 5,000 characters, had a significant impact upon the thoughts of later generations. Lao Tzu applied Tao to explain the origin and involvement of the universe. He maintained that the law of Tao could be applied to guide people's thinking and behavior. Everything should be in conformance with the nature. What appears soft and weak can defeat what is hard and strong. Zhuangzi, whose given name was Zhou, in the book Zhuangzi, he absorbed and developed Lao Tzu's viewpoint that Tao is defined by nature, and claimed that everything exterior can be equated with self, and life and death are equal. He pursued a spiritual realm of absolute freedom. Descendants usually mention them comparably. Buddhism originated from ancient India. Buddhism had been introduced to China in the Han Dynasty. During its development, Buddhism had constantly adapted itself to the actual conditions in China to become one of the most important religions. It deeply influenced upon thoughts of Chinese. The Sui and Tang dynasties are the important periods for the localization of Buddhism in China. With the unity of country, the development of economy, and frequent exchange of culture, Buddhism reached an unprecedented height. In the Tang Dynasty, Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism would coexist. In the integration of Buddhism and Chinese traditional culture, Buddhism absorbed the thoughts of Confucianism and Taoism. Some Chinese schools emerged. And Zen is considered to be full of vitality. The speculative philosophy of Buddhism made up the simplicity of the traditional ideology and enriched Chinese culture.